Hey guys, it's Charlie with Far Too Loud AV DJ. Third time trying to make this video. I tried to make this video two other times, but for whatever reason, it just sounded awful. Like you couldn't understand what was going on.
Hey guys, Charlie here with Far Too Loud AV DJ.
So I went ahead and invested in a nice Bluetooth microphone. Hopefully it sounds better and hopefully it's more reliable than my phone. But I wanted to make this video as kind of an update video, a catch-up video, whatever you want to call it. I know it's been a long time since you've seen me and seen some things that we've done. A lot's definitely happened since 2019. I believe that's the last time you'd seen anything from us. Lots of new equipment, as you can see. I actually did a series of videos that I've already published, going through the entire workshop, basically the entire storage unit, showing off a lot of the new equipment and how we've organized it, which is now out of date, ironically. Matter of fact, here, I'll even show you what it looks like real quick. As you can see, things are already a little different from if you have already seen or go watch the first video in the series, which is the audio video, I believe. All these mixers, and there's the network case back there. Mixers were over here originally, and then that was the network case. That's the weight case, which is back there. Shelving's a little bit different. The reason I had to redo everything is because I actually got some new cases here for the TVs, 32-inch, 43-inch, and the projectors, the Panasonic projectors, that is. And that's the InFocus, got a new case for that too. So because of this, I actually had to completely reorganize the entire puzzle of this storage unit, and that's why things are now a little different. But this is now the lighting shelf, I believe, in the videos. This was the video shelf mostly, and then with some power on top. So that is all lighting now. All the lighting's been moved back here. Power's still back here where it was. Light stands are still there. This has become the junk shelf. The junk shelf is what I'm calling it. Material shelf, whatever. So this has a lot of our miscellaneous stuff. So random junk, random cables, wires, wire parts. There's the video mixer. Which, by the way, I noted in the video I needed to test and see if it would work with 1080p, and it does. So it's going to work for what we need. Just need to get a case for it. But we got things like gloves, gaff tape, microphone condoms, windscreens, batteries, hand tools, power tools are going to be here. Testers, garbage bags are in the back. We got materials such as foam for cases and whatnot. Electrical boxes and outlets and doodads, labels, which I've been working on today, actually. Some more junk and foam and junk and cables and other junk up there. So hence why it's called the junk shelf. So this is the still the microphone shelf, as I called it in the audio video, but it's now being shared with video stuff. So these bottom two shelves are now designated as video. We have video laptop, document cameras, monitors, projection screens, but everything third shelf and up. We got mixers, digital snakes, DJ controllers and laptops, wired microphones basically, and wireless microphones up there, which again you'll see once you watch the videos. And then the Go boxes, I can't remember if I had mentioned those or not, but these are Go boxes. These are just basically empty boxes. These are collapsible crates that actually came in really handy already, but different boxes and cases that if we need to just grab a few things out of other cases or whatever for smaller gigs or smaller rooms, we can just throw them in those boxes and then they're all going to the same place. So anyways, that's why things are a little different. The first video I took for the audio video sounded great. For whatever reason, the second video I took, it was completely messed up. I don't know what happened, but so that's why I had to do a voiceover for that. And that's why I had to redo this video again for the third time, because I waited till I got, again, the microphone to do it. So that being said, aside from all the new equipment and everything, and like I said, go check out those videos if you are a gear nerd like me and just want to see all the new toys that we've gotten and how I've gotten everything organized. There are some things that I have not touched on yet, aside from new cases, of course, that I just showed you. Such as our inventory system, which is RentMan. It's actually a very decent inventory system and rental system. software. It is online only currently, which is a little bit of a bummer because it's kind of hard to get cell signal in here in this brick and metal building. But yeah, no, it's very budget friendly compared to most others, which is why we went with it. It's very versatile and does make things a lot easier. I'm still building the system, but I'm almost there. And what I've been doing with it, actually, if you just saw when I was showing the microphone shelf and some of the cases, you'll see stickers with barcodes on them. Again, I'm not going to go into this, but basically we have a QR code on it, no barcode, QR code that is unique to whatever device or cable or whatever it is. And so, and all the cases, even the Go boxes, and all the cases and Go boxes even have their own QR codes. So, if I want to throw several things into one of the Go boxes, I'll scan the Go box and then scan everything that's going into it. And then all I have to do is what they call sealing it. And that helps with, especially also with planning. You can, if you're planning a gig, you can allocate specific gear to the gig, and then when it's time to load the truck, you scan everything out as it goes into the truck, and then if you miss anything, it will let you know. If you threw something in there that's not allocated or not on the project, it will let you know. And then so you can keep track of your equipment all the way through, which is very helpful, especially for rentals. So again, I might do some videos on that. I'm still, again, working through my own system, so it's going to take a little bit of time, but we're getting very close, I think. So other than the rental software and all the new toys that we've gotten since 2019, some gigs that we've done, some events that we've done, quite a few. We have done more Fraternal Order of Police memorial balls and Christmas parties, which we absolutely enjoyed doing those. But this past year, 2025, was the first year we didn't actually do that. Shortly after the Christmas party in 2024, the current president at the time for the National Fraternal Order of Police, had to step down because he had been transferred to a new division or something. I don't know how any of that works. But a new president stepped in, and of course, he knows a guy. And so, he got somebody of his or whoever he knew to do both of those events last year. Honestly, kind of hoping that we will get a call back from them, because we really enjoy doing those events, especially the Memorial Ball. And even if they have a new DJ that maybe they like better, and that's is no offense to me whatsoever, honestly, but if we wanted to work with a DJ, so if they have their own DJ and we just provide the audio visuals for it, that'd be great. That's perfectly fine with us. So other than the memorial balls and Christmas parties that we've done, let's see, I'm going to try and go through the years and not take a lot of time. So 2020, yes, we had a pandemic that really put a dampener on things. Thankfully, of course, we made it through, and it kind of helped us in some ways on the other side, not as much as I hoped it would. Once the pandemic was over, people wanted to do events again, and my normal rental companies that I would go through to get the supplemental equipment I needed, like Elite Multimedia, for instance, they were getting so booked out themselves, they had to purchase new equipment just to cover their own gigs. So they had quit renting out equipment at that time, at least. I know for a fact they are renting out equipment again, but at the time it didn't help. And long story short, I was looking for a monetary investment to try and get some new equipment, because I was like, I'm not the only one that's looking for equipment. So we need equipment to cover our gigs, and there are other people that are going to need to rent equipment to cover their gigs. So even if I'm not doing any gigs, if I've got equipment sitting here in the shop, might as well make some money with it, right? So I didn't get the monetary investment that I was looking for exactly, but an old friend of mine from down in Birmingham, who's been doing this for many, many years, much, 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 much longer than I have. He's been doing installs and productions, of course, with his company. Of course, he has a whole warehouse full of equipment, like VTX line array systems, L-acoustics, LED walls, all the big stuff that I just currently don't have. But we do use. But I'll get into that in a minute. So, anyways, I had mentioned the idea to him, and basically he said, "I've got a warehouse full of equipment just sitting here. What do you want?" So he did get some new equipment for me. He got me a set of Eons, Eon 700s to use, which are actually gone now, but I believe I explained that in an audio video. It's been a really good partnership so far, I think. It's been very beneficial. Anytime that basically that we need any of his equipment to fill in for gigs, I still get a cut of the rental price as well as does he. And there's some I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of situations. I'm not trying to be vague, but I'm also trying not to like make this a very long video. But anyways, so that is still a thing. We are in a partnership with him, and we do work together on occasion. But as far as gigs go, we've done the Nashville Fraternal Order of Police memorial balls and Christmas parties. And then other than that, I'm going to try and go through the years without making a whole long video. So 2020, October on Halloween, actually, me and a local nonprofit decided to get together and host an event, which was supposed to be a family-friendly event that's social distance because we're still in a pandemic at the time. So we had gotten some artists and bands to come out, food trucks, vendors, this whole thing. We were basically going to have live music, and then the way I'll put it is, and also have a family-friendly, very beloved Halloween themed movie on the big screen to finish out the night. And it was supposed to be basically a drive-in event. There are a lot of not great things that happened. It ended up not being drive-in. We even had a local radio station sponsoring us and gave away tickets on that radio station. And for whatever reason, even the people who won the tickets didn't come. And what we found out at the time, because it was so bad, and because we had great bands too. I enjoyed working with them. They sounded awesome. But what we found out is because of the area that we were in, because we weren't actually in Nashville for this one. It's kind of a just outside of Nashville kind of thing, a little bit more rural-ish area. Anyways, but because of the demographic there, most everybody decided to just go trick-or-treating like nothing was wrong. So, yeah, hooey on our event, I guess. It was very unfortunate because we did a very good job putting it together. We had a good venue to do it at, although the venue people didn't really work with us as intended, but that's, again, not going into details. So anyways, so that was one of the first things since the pandemic, basically, that we've done. Oh, actually, before that, I always forget. So we've actually picked up two more conventions. Both of them have to be in North Carolina, which are now both owned by the same nonprofit organization. But first year convention we got hired to do in Asheville, North Carolina. First year, and they already were sold out, overbooked actually for the convention, which first year is phenomenal and was not obviously expected. Great for them though. But this basically happened the weekend that the pandemic hit the US, as I like to put it, because earlier in that week, I would say the weekend prior, was when we started hearing about it, and everybody was really worried that the event was going to get canceled, like last minute. But no, everything was good. Everything's fine. It's not in the US. It's okay. So we go to Asheville Friday, and mostly Saturday is all good. Everything's pretty normal. And then Sunday, basically, we had to limit the rooms to, I think, 100 people in the room at one time. And I'm talking about the main events rooms, like the large ballroom. So we had to limit the number of people in there. So what we did is, last second, we didn't even plan for this. We just happened to have what we needed to basically live stream everything, so everybody could still watch from the rooms before they had to go home. And it actually went really well. But so that happened that weekend, and even actually getting the rental equipment back to Elite Multimedia, there was like one person in the warehouse for that reason of just taking in the equipment that was still out. And then we were in lockdown when we got home. I was stuck in our apartment for a long time. So we did start with that convention. We actually have done it 2 other times, that specific convention, and then the other convention, owned by the same organization, brought us in for that convention was done in Durham, which actually we have coming up again in April. Great guys to work with. We absolutely love doing these conventions, especially these. They're just growing so quickly. Now we're already running, VTX, or actually this year for the one in April, we're running an L-Acoustics line array system. LED walls, lighting. Unfortunately, we cannot have any fog or haze in the venues still. This is actually in a convention center this time, and they will not allow any kind of atmosphere. It's the weirdest thing. I've never been to a convention center where you absolutely cannot have fog. I mean, I'm not going to say it's unheard of, but it is for me. Anyways, so we did that. I have also assisted my partner on a even larger convention down in Birmingham and Huntsville over the last few years, with the exception of last year. Not really sure what's going on with that, but they were really good to work with, a lot of fun to work with, and basically just my partner provided the equipment for them, and I more or less just babysat and helped them out where I could, because I, having been a director for conventions, know what it's like. So if I could help, I said, why not? Other than that, we've done a couple protests, of which I obviously didn't get any photos or videos of. Actually, we did 3 technically, 2, one in Nashville and 2 in Kentucky, in different places. Haven't really done any weddings since the pandemic, which is kind of odd. Well, I take that back. I've actually done 3 weddings, maybe 4. I actually can't remember. It's not a lot, though, considering we're talking about, let's say, 5 years. It's not a lot. One of them was during 2020. It was socially distanced, but they couldn't really cancel everything because it was kind of last minute. It was towards the end of the year, though, so things were a little bit calmer. Vaccines were starting to kind of come out, so that helped. But and it went well, and never got COVID, so that's always a plus. Made sure to wear my mask, and of course, everybody socially distanced, which is great. And then a couple of other ones. One was at a state park. One was at their parents' house, kind of out in the country. Also, actually did one in Dixon. I forgot about that one, and that was not this past December, but the December before that. So December 2024. It was Christmas themed. It was really kind of neat. Yeah, so I've done a few weddings, not a lot. So yeah, we've done quite a few things. We have, again, repetitive things that we've done every year. Unfortunately, I didn't really get any videos, or let alone pictures, for any of these events. I am trying to do better at that, if nothing else, to at least have them for our portfolio. But I do want to make some more videos again. I have had some inspiration to make some more videos, which is why I am back here again. I'm going to try and keep up with it. But as far as doing gig logs goes, it's a little harder, because we're doing much bigger events, which means there's a lot more work involved. These conventions, we're running 6-man crews. For now, we're running 6-man crews, and we're all slammed all weekend. So it's kind of hard to be able to step away and take video, and of course pictures where we can, especially during events. So I am trying to do better at that. What I will probably do, what I'm currently planning on doing going forward, is kind of doing maybe like a quarterly update video, kind of like this, showing some photos, snippets, talk about some of the gigs that we've done in the last 3 or 4 months. But aside from gig logs, I want to do other videos. For example, one video that I came across that was from another YouTuber. I believe he does videos for bands more specifically, but he did a video giving pointers about buying your first PA system, whether you're a DJ or band or whatever. And it was a decent video. I agreed a lot with things that he said, but that really made me think. I have a lot of experience with a lot of different brands and audio, video, lighting equipment of all different sizes, experiences, situations, and again, I'm a gear nerd. I love geeking out over audio engineering or lighting or video, things of that nature. And so why not make videos that could potentially help other people? Um, I would love to do more product reviews. I may not do unboxing videos like I've done before, but I may do product reviews for um, maybe speakers or systems or whatever that I have either purchased for certain reasons and use and like to use for certain reasons, or have experienced in the past that I may like or not. But I would love to make videos like kind of giving tips for your first PA system, or budget PA systems for DJs or bands or whatever the case may be. Lighting for the same thing, video on a budget, or different things you can do with video and lighting, as well as sound. Actually, there are some really neat tips and tricks that I think a lot of people may not know. So I'd love to do videos like that, or just talking about just about anything AV related or DJ related, or even problem solving. If there's a problem that or an issue that I may have with a piece of equipment or situation, or comparing things between equipment. If there's a problem that maybe one of my viewers has, we can find a solution together and experience that and learn right here in the videos. So I'm going to wrap this up with that. If you have any ideas, suggestions, things you want to see or have talked about, or again, problems that you may are looking for a solution to, I don't know everything, but I'm really good at finding answers. So feel free to leave a comment in this video or past videos or future videos, whatever. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to see videos about, or something you want me to talk about or touch on. And I really do want to and hope to continue making new videos going forward. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, click that bell so you can be notified of new videos as they come out. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video.